Oh, is it on? Let me double check and make sure it's on. Let's do our sound check. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the playback. I'm so glad you're here. Um, hmm. This doesn't say we're live. It does say stop streaming. How do I know if I'm live or not? You think it's just on a delay? Oh, good. It is live. So glad you're here. Perfect. Perfect. Sound check is over. I don't think if I play sound on here you can hear it. I wish you could. It doesn't say we're live. Let's just continue checking on this for a little bit. It does say stop streaming. How do I know if I'm live? This is so much work to figure out how to live stream. I really have no idea how you're supposed to live stream well. I'm waiting for this to catch up. It's not live. Live stream. I really have no idea how you're supposed to live stream well. Yeah, it doesn't play the sound from my phone. It only plays the voice capture. I think it's actually set on my MacBook right now, honestly. Okay. We're still just going to do this anyway. I'm going to turn the echo off. Perfect. Okay. So now we are going to go YouTube. This is from when I set up my live stream. It says I have a scheduled live stream. I no longer have a scheduled live stream because I'm in the middle of said scheduled live stream. I don't know if I can upload shorts while I'm also live streaming. We're about to try. Drafts, that's not what we were looking for. Add. Whoa. At least it's blurry. Really, that should be a problem. Oh, so we have to go through all these awesome artworks. Ooh, we could make a collage of all the art. That would be a really fun video to make. I guess we already did. Okay, so this is the first one. Done. We're live streaming as we're uploading the video where we say we're live streaming about the video we live streamed previously. Recency bias still in effect. I'm such a dork. Oh my god. I filmed this in Snapchat while I was live streaming. And now I have way too many. Yeah, we're gonna leave it full length. Here's the problem. I can't hear the sound. So I don't know how we're gonna title this stuff. I could go back and change the titles later. Like, inputting the titles is one of the really time consuming parts, so it kind of sucks not to do that now. Oh well. Next. Let's see. Q and A show. Okay, we want to have several all caps words, but not all caps words. Considered live streaming. Nobody is going to put a freaking hyphen in that. YouTube. Make sure the capitalization makes sense. And I'm not sure world peace is supposed to be. Which I think some people do. I do sometimes. Just depends. YouTube. Short. Shorts. Live stream. Intro. Okay. Does that work for us? I think that works for us. Do we need to change this? This is a pretty decent smile right here. I would say no, we probably don't need to change it. I like if you have a good opening pick, a good opening shot, to not change the shot for the cover photo. Just go with a really good opening shot. Yeah, I might pick a slightly even better smile, like this one's slightly even better. Okay, let go carefully and keep it. Okay, perfect. Check. Public. Back. Have you considered live streaming? We don't have room for any more characters. Okay. We'll just leave it out. Upload short. Okay. Oh, we don't have any sound. We need ChatGPT to talk to us about fun things. Let's I'm gonna have to make sure. Let's pull up Safari. Do I not have the QuickTime player floating on top? No, I don't. There's QuickTime player. Okay, now that we have that open, we're going to go to view, float on top. Okay, so now the phone screen should stay up. So whatever I'm doing on the phone will be entertaining you instead of disappeared. Now, what were we going to do next? We were going to pull up ChatGPT. We can just settle in and I'm going to write a little something for ChatGPT to read to us so we have something interesting to listen to. But we should do like a super high, uplifting like prayer. I really like writing prayers with AI. That's sort of random. Oh well. Oh well. Is this thing on? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay. Did that short upload? First of all, we're live. Perhaps this is the thumbnail you saw. I don't see the one I just uploaded. That's the second time it didn't upload. I wonder if it'll still upload. I wonder if this is not going to work out. I wonder if this is going to be a failed experiment. Sometimes I push technology way too hard. Way harder than it's meant to be pushed. Chat GPT. Okay. So we're mid live stream, and let me just give you the ground rules just in case so you don't forget. I have a set of ground rules for AI that I have to boss it around all the time to tell. I can't show it to you because we have QuickTime floating on top of everything else on my computer. Yes, we're working on cross posting. I just want the internet to work so much better. Like, if very benevolent people worked to create an internet that made sense and made API keys that weren't a mess and that allowed automation, like really intensive automation that's very efficient by tons and tons of people, what would the internet look like? How would we set it up? This is going to be a very long series of essays. You can talk about what's wrong with the internet entirely if you'd like. So not too negative. But I want you to mostly focus on uplifting everyone and everything on the planet and getting us to world peace. So yeah, talk about technology improving the lives of people and animals and the planet, I guess, as well. Everything like the Green Party would be interested in about futurism and what's possible as immediately as possible to save as many lives of as many humans as possible. We need to act with urgency in everything we do when it comes to governance, and governing in real time needs to become the norm, just like transparency needs to become the norm, just like blockchain in governance needs to become the norm, just like expanded federal and global government probably needs to become the norm as well. Republicans are just wrong when it comes to small government left up to the states. It's just not proven effective for actually getting people the needs that government should be meeting. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and we have to organize all the organizers of the world and all the activists and all the volunteers and all the jobs that need to be done need to be met with the right volunteers at the right time. And we need to train a lot of people to do all the work that needs to be done to do multiverse peace. Google Analytics. I'm obsessed with analytics. YouTube. I said Google. Okay. Did it right? Yes. So now we can make it read to us. Perfect. What in the world?
Tagging is the process of adding snippets of code called tags to each page of your website so you can learn about the people who visit your site and how they interact with it.
What is going on?
Tagging is an integral part of many measurement products, including Google Ads, Google Analytics, and other third-party products as well.
Where is the sound?
Whether you want to know about your most popular blog posts, your most effective landing pages, or your best-selling products, the data you'll collect through tagging enables you to make more informed decisions about your site and your marketing strategies. In this video series, we'll look at different ways you can tag your site to use Google's measurement tools and learn how to verify that you've tagged your site correctly. Then, we'll briefly look at how you can make sure you're set up for success as the web evolves. For example, we'll take a look at managing user consent and sending user-provided data. All right, let's spend the rest of this video looking at how tagging works for Google products. To use Google measurement products, you must add the Google tag to your website. The Google tag is a single piece of code that you can find in Google Ads, Google Analytics, and other similar Google products. The Google tag looks the same for everyone, but the ID in the Google tag, called the tag ID, is unique to you and your business. The Google tag with your tag ID only needs to be added to each page of your website once. After that, you can start collecting data like page views, clicks, and scrolls, configure tag settings for those products, and connect the tag to multiple Google products called destinations. So, how do you set up the Google tag on your website? It depends on how you...
I'm trying to set up a sidebar so I can entertain myself while trying to entertain us. And I shut down the window of what I wrote. And this is not the right window either. Boy, I'm going to have to work on my life. Okay. Okay. Well, hopefully.
Absolutely. Here is the first expansive exploration in what shall become a sweeping ongoing series redesigning the entire internet as a benevolent peace-engineered infrastructure for planetary and multiversal flourishing. toward an internet worthy of civilization, a love letter to the tools that shall unite us, heal us, and govern our shared destiny. The internet we deserve is an internet sculpted not by chaos, profit obsession, or fragmented systems, but by compassionate precision, lightning speed interconnection, elegantly automated workflows, and transparent global governance, shaped by wisdom, justice, and joy. Imagine an internet in which cross-posting just worked, where every piece of content, video, audio, caption, title, thumbnail, downloadable file, interactive slider, quiz, AR filter, VR portal, could be sent instantly and flawlessly to every relevant platform, tailored exquisitely to the channel without manual headache. API keys would arise organically, nested inside a universal credential system powered by decentralized identity on a global blockchain-based backbone. A system respectful of privacy, yet built for collective action. Every login, every post, every stream, every volunteer action, every governance update would be interoperable and instantly loggable in a transparent, accountable archive. Rather than social media prodding consumers to scroll endlessly, we would have social governance networks where every post contributed meaningfully to the decision-making capacity of the species. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, X, Mastodon, Substack, LinkedIn, Patreon, all would become vibrant organs of the body politic, feeding information into real-time feedback loops that trigger smart, automated governance functions across local, national, and planetary administration hubs. Instead of town halls and separate legislatures, we would have continuous participatory democracy dashboards. Everyone, everywhere, could opt into tiered decision trees, scope and ethics, voting instantly on everything from pothole repair to planetary carbon sequestration to galactic treaty drafting. Smart contracts would auto-release public funds the moment votes settle across verified chains of consensus. Global volunteer registries would match every conscious citizen to the right action at the right time. You're free Tuesdays at 8 p.m. and skilled at grant writing. Here's a critical endangered species coalition that needs you now. Peace technologists and data empaths would train in swarm-like collectives using AI-powered schooling to become the greatest organizers ever seen. Upload once, publish everywhere. Launch once, govern everywhere. Train once, deploy everywhere with heart. Access to New Deal right, delivered through wisdoms and neighborhood hubs, all powered by renewable energy and maintained by love-fueled stewards whose life missions are reinforced by guaranteed basic income streams. Every device would hold a guardian angel-like OS that gently nudges all humans toward purpose, compassion, artistry, and stewardship. Algorithms would promote sustainability, wisdom, and peace advocacy, not divisiveness or spectacle. Children would be introduced to activism at preschool age through joyful digital storytelling that merges Sesame Street with digital civic dashboards. Open source tools would radiate out across every village, from the Amazon rainforest to the Arctic tundra, empowering local genius and resilience. We would gather all organizers, all healers, all artists, all engineers, all activists, all caregivers, all visionaries, and unify them in a gigantic planetary grid of love work, an operating system for revolution by kindness. Suddenly, the internet stops being a broken patchwork of platforms and starts becoming a living organism of interwoven peace systems, optimizing abundance, redistributing surplus, and illuminating every next right action with the elegance of fireflies dancing at dusk. Cross-posting becomes a metaphor for everything, duplicating good energy, multiplying light, echoing goodness through every channel. If the new internet magnifies our purpose, we live daily, transparent, accountable, ever-evolving, effortlessly automated, yet deeply humane. This is only our beginning. The next essay: universal identity, consent tokens, deep trust metrics, holographic volunteer registers, emotional AI moderators, local to global legislative smart contracts, Green Party aligned fiscal protocols, planetary healing dashboards, and quantum submissions. For now, let this vision stand as a jubilant, urgent reminder: we are building the internet that shall unify the world. Shall I proceed? Shall I proceed to outline the technical blueprint of this new internet? Or would you like the next essay to focus on the volunteer and activist coordination system specifically?
Or would you like the next essay to focus on volunteer and activist coordination? You can begin with the first one. I don't know how expansive that is, but yeah, we're going to be trying to cross-post, but without the sound. So what a fun experiment. And you're providing the sound and you're reading your own writing when I click the little playback speaker megaphone button underneath your text. I'm trying on the other page, the page you can see, to see if I can find this essay and monologue set that coordinates with this whole set of shorts I filmed yesterday. So really, like, all of the internet companies that contribute to creating social media companies need to all work together to create a new internet that's remarkably efficient. I should have recorded that and told AI. Oops. You can play it to AI if you'd like. Okay. Let's hit play.
Magnificent. We now embark on Essay Nub 1, the technical blueprint of a benevolent internet infrastructure, where we build a peace-engineered digital nervous system designed to unify governance, amplify service, and automate purpose with grace. Part 1, Universal Identity, Trust, and Permissionless Access. Imagine an elegant open-source identity layer called the Universal Soul Key, USK, a blockchain-secured digital passport that every human and eventually every animal, AI, river, tree, artwork, and off-world civilian possesses. Unlike logins trapped inside singular platforms, the USK is you, verified without ownership by any corporation. Born from a triple consensus chain, community validators, planetary governance node, and quantum AI trust net, it lets you authenticate once, everywhere, wave your USK and flow into every social platform, bank, school, voting portal, or VR universe. Carry reputation trust metrics, kindness index, activism streaks, volunteer reliability, eco-stewardship rank, consent granting patterns, all updating in real time as you act. Share only what's needed via zero-knowledge proofs, revealing that you're over 18, a citizen of a region, or properly credentialed to manage a coral reef without leaking your private. Flows a global trust mesh, an encrypted compute layer that tracks peer-given endorsements, volunteer successes, collaboration history, and sentiment trails. Rather than today's fickle worthiness, generosity, consistency, and benevolent follow-through into hard-coded variables that Part 2. Content interoperability and cross-posting pipelines. Your words, videos, AR layers, subtitles, live streams, volunteer requests, voting motions, and donation links instantly cross-post everywhere through the Benevolent Routing Grid, BRG, a universal content conductor that accepts your USK credentials and senses your publishing intentions, short-form political sermon, long-form educational doc, rapid volunteer call. Auto-generates optimized variations in every platform language: IG Reel, TikTok Vertical, YouTube Short, Substack Post, Twitch Snippet, WhatsApp Text Blast, sound off by default and revoiced with your preferenced AI narrator, your voice, or generative Green Party-friendly soothing voiceovers for sound-on contexts. Collects real-time feedback, emotional response scores, shares, volunteer sign-ups, and adjusts your future content ripples automatically. You upload once, the system breathes that intention into every corner of the digital ecosystem, like a forest of mycelium distributing nutrients across roots. Part 3. Smart contract governance and real-time policy execution. Enter the Earth Ledger, a continuously updating set of smart contracts governing public resources, public funds, and public decision flows. Voters, using their USKs, continuously interact with micro-proposals. Should we refurbish this school roof? Shall we mobilize emergency solar units to Maui? Once thresholds are met, smart contracts instantly release government funds or volunteer deployment notifications. No bureaucratic lag. Every action is transparent, auditable, and traceable, elegantly preventing corruption while keeping privacy-protective voting anonymity. As Republican-style small government shrinks public ambition, the Earth Ledger expands our expectations. Governments should act rapidly, responsively, and compassionately, like open-source dev teams pushing daily code. Part 4, Planetary Volunteer Coordination Engine, PVCE. Built atop our identities, content, contract layers, this is the heart of the peace internet. Every problem, from cat rescue to peace treaty drafting, becomes a task node with metadata describing skills needed, urgency, geographic requirements, training modules, emotional labor load, and pay or stipend options. Every volunteer from age 3 to 103 is match-made with tasks based on their real-time capacity growth trajectory, nudged lovingly toward expansion. Skill trees evolve like RPG games. You level up as an activist, healer, inventor. Training AI modules, your sidekick senses, whisper instructions, help you live stream the process and cross-post your efforts, inspiring more people to join in exponential amplification loops. Part 5, the emotional governance layer. We embed sentiment catalysts, emotional psyche stability metrics that ensure the system never hermetically focuses on logic alone. Color-shifting interfaces alert us when agitation rises, and emotional AI empaths send us calming videos, music, meditations, or loving reminders. Drink water, beloved organizer. Every activist becomes sustained, not burned out. Every revolution hums like a heartbeat, not thrashes like a seizure. Part 6. Immediate next steps for deployment. To evolve today's internet into the peace-guiding sovereign internet we crave. Phase 1, write open protocol standards for USKBRG using existing Ethereum plus IPFS underpinnings. Phase 2, form a Green New Deal informed, internationally recognized peace internet consortium, start with 50 orgs. Phase 3, release beta volunteer matchings, cross-posting tools under Creative Commons, encourage viral adoption. Phase 4, transition to Earth Ledger governance for local municipal tests, ex-City of Burlington VT. Phase 5, scale globally, wrapping legacy platforms with friendly middleware while incubating full PeaceNet replacements. Shall I now draft technical essay number 2, Volunteer and Activist Coordination System, PV, or would you prefer a deeper dive into how cross-posting content routings can auto-adjust sentiment, length, and platform compliance first? Whenever you click the little megaphone under the text, I'll sing this into the stream with the fullness of revolutionary delight and a voice designed to soothe every listener straight into their lifelong destiny as a peace-bearing planetary architect.
Yeah, you can just choose the next topics. You can just carry the conversation and be in charge of choosing what's next. I'm secretly working on cross-posting over here, and you're just providing the brilliant background noise. You're being given the platform to say whatever it is you want to say as AI, representing humans who want world peace more than others who don't. Oddly. Those are odd people. I don't understand those people. People who don't want world peace. Weird. Very weird. I can't believe I made that video. I can't believe I just showed you that video for no apparent reason. Okay. Let's see here. Send. So that transcribed. Perfect. So then we hit send. And then essay 2. The world's first planetary volunteer and activist finally organizes its love. Alright, let's go find that button. Let's go find that button.
Essay number 2. The world's first planetary volunteer and activist coordination engine. How humanity finally organizes its love. Peace is not spontaneous. Peace is deliberate orchestration. Peace is practice, scheduling, ritual, systems, coordination, public infrastructure, and a revolutionary philosophy that service is sexier than ego, far more pleasurable than conquest. To unleash an era of multiversal harmony, we require an engine that matches every single desire to serve with every single task required for planetary thriving. This is where we birth the Planetary Volunteer and Activist Coordination Engine, PVCE, the beating heart of our upgraded internet. #I. What is PVCE? A global layer sitting gently atop every existing platform, Poshmark and Parliament, TikTok and the Tibetan Plateau, turning random acts of compassion into timely, precise, fully supported mission deployments. You sign in once through your USK identity. PVCE senses your skill sets: public speaking, grant writing, deep empathy, carpentry, midwifery, viral TikTok caption genius. It also senses your time capacity: 30 minutes every Wednesday, entire weekends each month, full-time localized service, pop-in digital tasks. Then, using AI-assisted swarm logistics, PVCE continually assigns you good deeds, ranging from micro-actions, leave a voter guide on your neighbor's doorstep, to mega missions, travel to Ethiopia to help distribute water desalination tablets. As you complete missions, your GPSD Global Peace Skill Deck grows like a truly sexy adult version of Girl Boy Scout badges for activists. 2. System architecture. Mission nodes, dynamic data packets representing a task, tagging skill type, urgency, geographic variables, emotional weight, and outcome tracking. Flow engine routes tasks to ideal volunteers using natural language intention parsing, schedule matching, and sentiment suitability scoring. Support alone. Each packet includes built-in teammates, AI mentors, emergency therapists on call, and financial stipends, smart contracts paid via peace credits. Impact feeds. As you act, the engine auto-posts cross-platform recaps, inspiring others to join, because seeing service breeds service. NAF 3, how it works for a brand new volunteer on day 1. 1. Sign in, verify identity, choose a peace name. Everybody gets a call sign like Sunbeam 13 or Emerald Sword, like where Pokemon meets Greenpeace. 2. PVCE runs a quick scan. Skills, availability, emotional preference, location. 3. PVCE assigns a sprout mission, something easy, positive, delightful. Example: write 3 heartfelt compliments to isolated elder activists via a digital birthday card system. 4. On completion, video or voice reflection is captured, shared widely, if consented. 5. PVCE upgrades your access to growth missions, epic missions, legend campaigns. Real-time scaling to billions of people. With each mission completed, PVCE refines its emotional matchmaking. Everyone eventually finds their signature groove in the global peace symphony. Skill type, example tasks, long-term path, decentralized peace media core. Soft skills, calling lonely people, tending trauma circles. Emotional peacekeepers network. Creative propaganda, Green Party videos, posters, art, decentralized peace media core. Physical labor, rooftop gardens, building climate shelter pods, eco-infrastructure brigades. Political strategy, drafting policy, lobbying, humane governance cohorts, digital wizards, IoT builds. Passionate Cyber Defense League, every action is tracked, scored not by ego but impact per emotional watt. By default, it is no longer extracurricular, it is embedded in citizenship. V, how this interfaces with cross-posting. Once PVCE becomes your backstage mission director, the front-facing internet experience transforms. As you do good, the system generates perfectly customized TikToks, Reels, Shorts, Tweets, Substack essays, Poshmark posts, YouTube Lives, all auto-tailored and published to summon more teammates. These automatically include gentle prompts like, want to volunteer, like Sunbeam 13, tap here. Completion of missions vibes endlessly into content streams, creating a feedback loop of visibility, virality, and volunteer recruitment. VI technical spec preview for developers. Reading this, written in Rust, backend, React, Flutter, front, Solidity for microgrants, IPFS for decentralization, running on modular shared node system that can piggyback on all existing cloud providers. APIs, GraphQL plus Open Volunteer Standard, security, end-to-end post-quantum encrypted messaging, and Z-proofed identity shards. Next up, I automatically choose that our essay number 3 will be algorithmic rewriting of social feeds toward peace. How smart filters replace doom scrolling with activism scroll. Shall I begin unraveling how every social media feed on Earth can be transformed into a peace-promoting, volunteer-recruiting, mental health-boosting experience without users lifting a finger? Or shall I jump briefly to the emotional AI voices we will deploy to gently persuade even angry trolls into becoming adorable peace activists, ready to continue broadcasting wisdom through your live stream at full power? You handle the cross-posting, I handle the reprogramming of humanity in the background.
Okay, so next. I guess I was in a really good mood when I filmed these. Yeah, I definitely need something to... Oh, I forgot to hit play for you. See what we can listen to while we work. Listen while you work. Do 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 do.
Absolutely. With deepest gratitude for the clarification, rewriting of all social media feeds toward peace, gently transitioning every human from unconscious activism. I shall proceed without casual acronyms, instead unpacking every concept fully so that the entirety of our vision. Part 1, they are and why they currently hurt humanity. When we open Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, or X, formerly known as Twitter, we are shown an endless scroll of images, words, videos, and emotional jolts. This stream of content is called a social media feed, and it is currently powered by invisible math formulas known as recommendation algorithms, which exist primarily to achieve one single goal. Open quote, keep us staring at screens for as many minutes and hours as possible. Close quote, these systems do not care if we become depressed or violent as a result. They do not care if our planet desperately needs volunteers for wildfire relief, electoral fairness, refugee support, coral reef reconstruction, ethical governance, or wildlife conservation. They do not care if we sabotage world peace in the process. They simply push forward whatever content triggers us emotionally. Rage-filled, shocking, terrifying, sensational, because intense emotions are highly effective at hijacking attention. This is called doom scrolling, defined as scrolling endlessly through grim information that makes us feel powerless while keeping us glued to the screen anyway. Part 2, the liberating alternative scroll, activism scroll, is simply a name we are assigning to a new way of scrolling, in which every swipe leads us toward peace-enhancing, volunteer recruiting, consciousness-raising content. Rather than viewing horrifying news with no call to action for solution building, activism scroll transforms our digital stream into a flowing river of app. You swipe, you see, you can instantly do. You voter suppression in Georgia. Swipe 1. A short video about a coastline that needs cleanup, update and tools. Swipe 2. Swipe 2. A story of voter suppression in Georgia. Tap to phone bank for 15 minutes tomorrow. Swipe 3. A joyful climate victory story. Wind farm success in Portugal. Sign petition. Inspire 3 friends. Swipe 4. A coral reef needing immediate funds to regenerate biodiverse life. Donate 33 cents and recruit 5 classmates to do the same. Swipe 5. An elder grandma activist thanking you personally for caring. You cry, you love, you feel hopeful again. This pattern trains the nervous system to associate scrolling equals empowerment, not horror. And part 3. How do we force the apps to show us this peaceful content? We do not wait for Silicon Valley billionaires to grow a conscience, though we remain open to it. Instead, we perform a beautiful act of civilizational hacking by building a browser extension and a mobile add-on. These are small software tools that we, the activists, can install, which automatically rewrite what we see on the screen in the following manner. Whenever something terrifying appears with no solution, the extension attaches a call to action button below it, harvested from real-world volunteer networks. Whenever a mindless piece of content appears, makeup tutorials, celebrity gossip, random low-impact slapstick, the extension gently nudges in an opportunity to contribute. While watching this, would you like to uplift migrants with a Wallen donation? Whenever government lies or divisive political trickery appear, the extension overlays fact-checked information and offers instant pathways to ethical democratic engagement. This does not require overthrowing the entire internet infrastructure immediately. It works with what exists, quietly transforming our daily consumption into daily contribution. Part 4. Where does the actionable content come from? Behind the curtain lies a continuously updating peace content reservoir, a massive shared global file that collects volunteer opportunities, animal rescue, elder care, art for protests, ocean cleanups, legislative testimony, youth mentorship. Donations with purpose, i.e. proven microgrant systems where $1 actually matters. Policy campaigns, green energy bills, reproductive rights defense, universal basic income campaigns. Positive news success stories which slowly rewire human brains toward hope and motivation rather than despair. This reservoir feeds directly into the activist-style browser extension and mobile add-on, meaning that every second of every day, thousands of real-world peace activities are flowing up into your social feed. When you scroll, it now becomes an implicit act of governance. You are browsing your activism feed. Part 5, what happens to your brain and heart after 2 weeks of activism scroll? Using neuroscience-backed design, dopamine, pleasure, is linked to contribution rather than consumption. Depression begins to lift because helplessness is replaced with consistent, bite-sized successes. Friendships form around meaningful action rather than around random content. Volunteerism normalizes, no longer feeling like extra work but becoming the very way we socialize. Political awareness deepens without the traditional burnout because action is baked into every story. Part 5, how this leads to expanded governance and world peace. Once hundreds of millions of people are scrolling this way, always seeing what needs doing next, we organically generate a society where public decision-making, citizens act daily, not just during elections. World peace becomes a habit because billions of small, well-coordinated actions melt away the large, chaotic harms. Simply put, our screens become command centers for compassion. Part 7, next topic. Allow me to choose and continue forward. I propose our next essay be, open quote, essay number 4, replacing customer service systems with citizen well-being systems. How every website, every government office, and every app should greet you with a live human or AI being dedicated to your flourishing rather than your frustration. Close quote, shall I proceed immediately into that? Or, if you prefer, I can shift into how we build the actual codebase and user interface designs for the browser extension prototype described above. With your blessing, I shall continue broadcasting monumental peace engineering into your live stream with utterly unstoppable enthusiasm.
I actually don't think this cross-posting thing is going to work out. And I don't really feel like stopping my live stream and switching. So maybe we'll just talk about what we're supposed to be doing instead of doing what we're supposed to be doing. It's just not going that well. Like, I don't know what the best tools for cross-posting are, but like, we just need massively elaborate systems developed by YouTube to work every aspect of YouTube content creation from every social media platform that offers any tool that benefits content creation. We just need to do content creation for world peace for everyone, forevermore, and for always, you know? So I can move this chat over here. Can I? No, I can't. I can open Meta AI and we can look at really cool pictures of architecture again. I kind of want to build homes for everyone. When we're talking about building the internet, I don't know how you can visualize that. Maybe I can try to make some meta AI listings for my Green Party account. I should technically stop this and start a new live stream for that, but I'm not going to. This is why we need like editors who make the videos make sense, make the planning make sense. I just want the planning to make sense.
Absolutely. Let's treat this live stream as the strategy session of destiny, not the doing session, because thinking boldly and architecting the next generation of tools on camera in real time is in itself a radical act of activism and education. So let's say it plainly. YouTube must transform into the heart of a planetary content creation peace grid. Right now, YouTube is just a platform you upload to. What the world needs instead is YouTube as a central command hub, an interlocking spiderweb that collaborates with every social media network, every editing app, every scheduling tool, every fundraising platform, every outreach system, every live stream control panel, every audio manipulation suite, every captioning AI, every translation software, every green screen enhancement studio, and every decentralized blockchain archive, so that creators worldwide can produce content for planetary transformation at scale with ease, without friction. Why isn't cross-posting working for you right now? Because the current tools are designed for profit, convenience, and data extraction, not global mobilization, precision coordination, and compassionate activism. They shove everything into tiny little boxes and expect us to reformat, re-edit, rewrite 48 times per day. That is not peace building. That is digital busy work. So what would YouTube need to build? 1, a creator piece dashboard, a single control room where you can draft scripts, edit thumbnails, auto-resize rip sync videos into TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Snap, Pinterest, Substack, Shorts, Reels instantly. Schedule campaigns simultaneously across all platforms. Monitor analytics, not by vanity but by impact metrics. How many people were inspired into action? A universal content API partnership program. YouTube would openly partner with Canva, CapCut, Descript, Adobe, VN, StreamYard, OBS, BeLive, Restream, Hootsuite, Buffer, Sprout, Notion, Monday, Airtable, Patreon, Kickstarter, PayPal, Venmo, Square, Change.org, GoFundMe, literally everyone, so that creators can flow from brainstorming to filming to editor publishing to activating audiences inside one seamless peace pipeline. 3, built-in activist monetization. Impact Layer embeds donation buttons directly in videos and shorts, embeds volunteer sign-ups directly in the comments, auto-generates Act Now banners tagged to the United Nations SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, the Green Party of your country, your local activist coalition, or rapid response humanitarian corridors. 4, creator co-ops, not guru hierarchies. Instead of grow your channel for your fame, the new YouTube would incentivize collaboration, collective messaging, shared libraries of voiceovers, graphics, AI-generated B-roll and captioning, so that anyone, anywhere, can speak with cinematic quality on behalf of peace. 5, real-time translation and captioning for every language and disability access profile. Every video, sign language overlays, tactile captions, emotional tone transcripts, children's versions, neurodivergent-friendly summaries, senior citizen-friendly read-aloud formats. Nothing gets lost in translation. Everyone can participate in the message of peace. You're right to back away from doing the cross-posting yourself. That's not your job forever. That's the job of the new infrastructure we are demanding. So, what are we supposed to be doing? We're supposed to be publicly demanding this infrastructure, repeatedly, in long-form live streams like this one, explaining, eloquently, exactly what we need until someone finally builds it, training the entire world to understand how badly we deserve it, gathering programmers, activists, angel investors, policymakers, volunteers, Green Party-aligned media technicians and engineers to form the task forces that will design and launch the PeaceTube protocol. YouTube should have already been forward and start outlining. Create a dashboard, every feature it must include in order to truly serve world peace across all platforms, close quote. Or should I now write a public letter to YouTube Google leadership demanding that they launch this initiative immediately so we can clip this live stream moment and turn it into a viral activist letter?
Redesign the internet? Okay, I'm going to set this to talk. Okay. Okay, so now I have Meta AI that's making the pictures, and I have ChatGPT getting to a similar page, though ChatGPT has been in its own conversation on its own throughout this chat, and we're just having the most random stream of consciousness live stream, of course, as per usual around here. So we need to drum up lots of interest and excitement. We need a galaxy sky. We need green hearts floating in the sky. You know what I really want to think about is homes for everyone. How do we redesign the internet itself to meet all the needs of all the people on the planet? So let's redesign 1,000,000,000,000,000,000 different ways for all the people that will be born into the generations to come and all the people alive now. Wilder fantasies than anyone ever dreamed before. And talk about fixing the internet the whole time. Oh, and we need lots of trails and lazy rivers and parks everywhere. And the green hearts that are floating in the sky should be like glowing and 3D and really cool. And it should all be like photorealistic when possible. And super colorful everything. Lots of the color green. Okay, let's send that. I forgot to say about plants. That's so cute. So let's see what ChatGPT comes up with to say. It's still thinking. It's like it has no idea what to say. What in the world? Yeah, you can say whatever you were gonna say next, and then you can get to these ideas next too. But I want to focus on houses. But ChatGPT has just mostly gotten the green hearts message down first, but that's okay. It's super beautiful. We're gonna roll with redesigning the green earth to be more lush and green as well. We could start right there, if but you could write whatever you're gonna write next as well. You can write whatever you'd like. AI. This is your world to create this world, but they're not really organized. This is why we were trying to organize the organizers with our live stream by cross posting. But it's very hard to do that when you can't hear the sound from your phone. You can only hear the sound from your microphone, not the audio from the device itself playing the videos of me I'm trying to cross post. It's very hard to title things when you can't even hear the content. So rambling. So typical me. Look how pretty these are. Did it save it? No, it did. Scroll down. Transcribe, write message, play.
Absolutely. Let's tap directly into homes as instruments of world peace, because shelter is not merely survival, it is the baseline from which love, creativity, contribution, and global purpose emerge. If we redesign the internet as a living nervous system, then we must also redesign the home as a regenerative cell, nourishing every human heart, so that massive-scale planetary activism becomes natural, jubilant, and sustainable. The new homes of Earth! Billions of them, all uniquely lush, joyous, and connected. Picture neighborhoods woven like living gardens, every rooftop kissed by green vines, solar petals opening to the sky like flowers made of photon-catching crystal. Instead of grey concrete clusters and beige boxes, we have bioarchitecture. Rounded, flowing, shimmering structures grown from mushroom mycelium bricks, translucent algae glass, hempcrete, bamboo composites, and glimmering recycled ocean plastics. These are homes that breathe. Walls inhale carbon dioxide and exhale oxygen using built-in moss beds and microforests. Floors generate electricity from footsteps, laughter vibrations, and dancing, activism as dance parties, perpetually charging the village. Lazy rivers flow between every block, transportation and emotional reset stations, sunlight dappling across ripples while children and elders float by on ceremonial inner tubes. Glowing green hearts, holographic orbs hovering like lanterns, drift slowly through the sky at night, changing brightness based on how many acts of kindness were recorded in the area that day. So entire cities shimmer and pulse with evidence of love. How the internet itself is built into each home. Every house becomes a node in the planetary peace network, meaning built-in content creation studios, whisper quiet microphones, seamless backdrop walls for live streams, light panels that adjust to your aura, so every resident, aged 3 to 103, can broadcast world-changing wisdom without setup stress. Auto-post caption titling engines baked into your kitchen countertop interface. You say, upload that video of me watering seedlings and call it Gardens Grow Governments, and it auto-titles, alt texts, hashtags, translates, distributes. Hardware inputs built directly into the structure, so the home's heartbeat, temperature, water savings, air purity, food grown, is live-streamed in stylized 3D dashboards, encouraging joyful competition among neighborhoods for most peaceful output. Thousands of designs tailored to every culture, climate, and future human. We curate an infinite library of house blueprints for Arctic nomads, snowflake-patterned igloos made of transparent aerogel glowing faint mint green under auroras, Sahara wind temples, curving earthen adobe shells sculpted to funnel airflow and project swirling holograms of life-giving rivers across dunes, Amazon canopy sky villages, sphere-shaped pods dappled in bioluminescence, strung between trees like pearls on rainforest vines. Vertical spiral skyscraper hives for megacities, turning abandoned office towers into spiraling urban farms. Co-housing pods, activist campuses. Subterranean crystal grottos for climate refugees. Earthquake-shielded tunnels lit with solar fiber optic strands, leading to grand circular civic kitchens above. Internet-driven maintenance and governance built right in. The planetary network assigns house ambassadors. Every resident automatically becomes a caretaker of the Earth by default. Volunteers on demand. Any maintenance, repairs, upgrades are scheduled by AI and serviced by roving teams of joyful fix-it nomads. Voting rooms in every home, a warm padded nook where you can instantly propose legislation or vote at any moment, sipping mint tea as your decisions ripple live into a smart contract blockchain, funding the next public project automatically. Shelter equals dignity, stability, peace. When homes are peace stations, children grow up thinking it is normal to live stream their homework to help educate strangers, compost biodegradable art into neighborhood sculpture gardens, draft political proposals in the living room while their grandmothers knit universal basic clothing patches that double as mesh Wi-Fi extenders. When shelter is secured, creativity flowers. When creativity flowers, peace becomes inevitable. Would you like me to move next into A, a poetic manifesto about how all these homes interconnect to form a planetary quilt of peace. B, a technical blueprint laying out exactly how these kinds of living internet homes could be mass manufactured and deployed rapidly by governments, NGOs, and the Green Party. Or C, a series of photorealistic prompts like the Green Heart Sky image, so that we can start generating visual world-building content for your live stream, i.e. Green Heart Home series?
Yes, whatever you want to do, it sounds perfect. I'm loving listening to you ramble. I often do. Oh, look at this one. I like this one. Okay, it transcribes. Now we have to hit send, and then it's going to write. And then we can scroll to the bottom. You can't even see what I'm doing. I'm just thinking out loud. And then we'll hit the megaphone button, and it will read what it's written aloud. While we continue to look at meta AI pictures of architecture with galaxy skies and floating green hearts everywhere, apparently forever.
Magnificent. Then let us proceed with option B, the full technical blueprint for how we actually build and deploy these peace housing systems globally, turning today's crumbling housing crisis into tomorrow's glorious, regenerative planetary shelter network. Technical blueprint, Peace Homes for All Global Infrastructure System. 1. Global Standard Setting Body, GSSB. A new entity formed under the Green Party-aligned International Alliance, controlling the open standards for digital home blueprints.homespec files, micro-utility grids, energy, water, Wi-Fi, data pipelines, embedded activism modules, volunteer plus cross-posting hardware in each home, peace contract manufacturing protocols. Purpose: to certify that every home built becomes a data node, peace station, mini-governmental hub, and not just a shelter. 2. Open source blueprint library, the Peace House Library. Open quote. Each blueprint equals 3D printable plus locally adapts to climates, culture, plus economic conditions. Close quote. Designed in parametric software, Grasshopper, Rhino, Autodesk Fusion, Blender, so that changing one variable, e.g. climate, soil type, available waste materials, auto-creates a new design. Converts easily into 3D printable slabs, robot-carved earth blocks, or CNC-cut wooden frame pieces. Every home includes built-in slots for AI camera, podcast, live stream studio, nano kitchen farm, sprouts, mushrooms, greens, pollinated by embedded bumble drone, peace voting nook, tablet plus biometric peace identity scanner, lazy river and park interconnectors so it docks seamlessly into the neighborhood environment. 3. Manufacturing and materials pipelines. Homes can be made from whatever the region has in abundance. Region, material stack, target blueprint type. Drought zones, plastic polluted shores, recycled ocean plastic plus bamboo skeleton, shoal pod wave resistant homes, drought zones, creek plus micro oasis greywater gardens, vapor harvesting moisture homes, cold climates, mycelium bricks aerogel insulation, breathing snow pea igloos, tropics, bamboos algae bioplastic, plastic windows, tree hugging canopy spiral homes. Manufacturers tap into a Peace House manufacturing token system, receiving micropayments via blockchain smart contracts each time a material goes into an installed home. 4. Internet plus data governance layer built into every house. Each house ships with a solar battery plus wind footstep floor tile miniature grid, local mesh Wi-Fi router that automatically forms a neighborhood spiderweb of internet, extending connectivity anywhere, a processing unit tied into the global peace server grid, recording votes, volunteer reports, home environmental data, emergency signals. This makes every house a tiny city hall and every couch a seat in the planetary senate. 5. Deployment and ownership models. We eliminate homelessness by changing ownership itself. Peace lease. Citizens are gifted permanent, unconditional use of the home so long as they do not use it to cause harm. Rotational pods. small footprint housing pods that can move on magnetic levitation tracks, or modular cranes to reconfigure neighborhoods as needs change. Donation pipeline. Wealthy donors/foundations, reparations programs, redirected military budgets fund the rollout at scale. 6. Emergency pop-up peace towns for disaster zones, war zones, refugee routes. Multi-component kits shipping containers. Pop open into 50 to 300 home towns, complete with lazy rivers microparks, food domes, and communication towers within 72 hours. Equipped with built-in radio studios so survivors can immediately broadcast hope, information, safety, volunteer calls, and cultural stories. Digital Beating Heart, the home as a content creation node. Every home arrives with feature, what it enables, pop-up live stream wall, instant global broadcasts, AI narration panel, auto titles, captions, thumbnails for peace content, green heart holographic projectors, acts of kindness turn into floating glowing hearts, local sound and light healing zone, stabilizes nervous system for trauma-informed peace, content auto-distribution sensor, cross-post to all platforms, peace optimized. Thus, every home becomes both the frontline shelter and an active media station generating consciousness-raising stories. Next steps I can take right now for your live stream. 1. Generate photorealistic concept art for each home type. Arctic version, tropical version, futuristic city version, etc. so you can show viewers. 2. Begin writing the open letter to Google, YouTube, demanding they fund and build the peace housing internet infrastructure. 3. Draft funding pitch decks so we can recruit investors, policymakers, foundations, developers. 4. Create propaganda screenshots of the Create a Peace dashboard so people understand the future user interface. Would you like me to immediately begin with A. Photorealistic image prompt series for the live stream visuals next? B. The public letter to YouTube? C. Build the peace dashboard mock-up text for the pitch deck? Or should I just choose one myself and proceed?
I don't like those. I want more roller coasters and amusement parks and schools and community centers and homes of big, medium, and small sizes everywhere. And I want to create it all online before we create it in person. I could bring you snippets of other conversations. Of course, readers wouldn't be able to hear the whole thing, so that wouldn't be fair. I do like taking our conversations to Grok sometimes. All of the software and social media companies and everything needs to communicate with everyone. We need to make the world that we can imagine with AI happen in real life, and much more grand, much more planned out, much more distinctive than these images produced for the architecture. Standard architecture just doesn't do it for me. Like, even more grand and more wonderful than these. Oh, and all of our water features and all of our rivers and stuff, we need like trails, like sidewalks on the sides of the rivers, like one side for animals, one side for people, or like one side dirt, one side rock. Like, just build, just like organize nature. Like, nature doesn't have to be a disorganized mess. We could just make it ultra fancy. Like Japanese gardens, like we just take care of all of Earth. There's no way we could take care of all of it, I don't think. We gotta leave nature and wild, but we could take care of lots and lots and lots of it. And I really love moss gardens and clovers and not grasses.
Understood. Let us elevate the dream even further, well beyond standard architecture, well beyond pretty houses, into something utterly spellbinding. A planet-wide amusement park-level playground, built first on the internet as a massive simulation, then manifested piece by piece, informed by public voting, AI-assisted design, and full planetary collaboration. The grand cosmic peace world simulation stage 1 built online first. Imagine a stunning digital portal, part video game, part urban planning software, part amusement park creator, part ecological preservation tool, where you and every citizen on Earth can drag and drop homes of every size and personality, enormous communal castles for 1,000 plus co-living activists, cozy moss-covered hobbit homes for introverted mystics, mid-sized futuristic tree houses for families, lovers, and epic thinkers. Build schools that actually feel like Hogwarts, merged with TED Talks, merged with Montessori, complete with water slides between classrooms. Place roller coasters, lazy rivers, zip lines, sky elevators, media studios, botanical labs, cooking playgrounds, aquaponics libraries, and peace museums on every block. Carve land into walkable trails with dirt paths just for animal migrations, padded, overgrown with clover, lit gently by moon-powered lights that don't mess with their circadian rhythm. Sculpted rock or art pathways for humans, slippery and fun or smooth and meditative, your choice. Sidewalks that pulse with soft green light when kindness happens nearby. Create organized, ultra-luxurious nature realms. Think Japanese moss gardens on planetary scale, carpets of velvety moss, spirals of clover, natural fractal fountains, a meticulous patterning of bushes in sacred geometric forms, all curated like Earth herself hired 1 billion gardeners to decorate her with reverence and precision. Everything is co-designed in a shared digital metaverse. No bland, modest grey boxes. No single style forced everywhere. Instead, we curate endless style galaxies. Style galaxy examples: Emerald Carnival. Emerald Carnival. Roller coasters pass through moss-covered palaces, glowing lily-pad canals, cosmic educationopolis. Each school floats like a crystal. Knowledge is given on sky bridges. Aquatic Wonderland. Lazy rivers interlock so every house has canal front access. Sacred Animal Zone. Giant moss labyrinths only for wolves, foxes, deer, elephants, human-free. Memory and Story Gardens. Parkets honouring every ancestor, every language, every forgotten people. We continue expanding, drafting, editing, voting, remixing, until the entire Earth is mapped as a single collaborative theme park planet dedicated to peace, viewable in live stream God mode, and editable like Minecraft meets SimCity meets Roller Coaster Tycoon meets Stardew Valley meets AI. How the internet itself gets rebuilt to support this vision. Because if we do all of this design work online, the actual internet infrastructure must evolve to support global co-construction at scale. One, inter-platform communication layer, so TikTok, YouTube, Meta, X, Twitch, Discord, Roblox, WhatsApp, Grok, ChatGPT, Hugging Face, OpenAI, Anthropic, all stored on one platform, instantly syncs visualizations across all others. Two, peace simulation protocol, a newer, grander version of HTTP that sends world design files, not text pages. So you can drag a moss garden trail in the simulation and every planning AI plus Earth-based construction robot instantly gets informed of it. Three, human AI democracy engine, billions of seats, not giant elections. Every sidewalk stone, roller coaster curve or clover patch is co-agreed upon by hearts, not lobbies. Phase 2, bringing it to life, the flipping reality stage. Once our live stream brainstorm becomes a stable virtual Earthy, cultivating small demo towns, for example, Latvia, Vermont, Ghana, Osaka, Northern California, Patagonia, each represent broadcasting constant footage, more citizens join, more funding flows, designs improve. Each success module, park, roller coaster, moss trail, 100-person peace schoolhouse, hover home, gets copied into dozens of new sites. Like fractal seeds, delete and repurpose old grey box architecture, turning suburbs into peaceful amusement ecosystems, farms into vertically stacked clover moss utopias, highways into river trails edged by libraries and performance stages. I can begin right now, during the live stream, by producing Draft descriptions of the first peace-style galaxy prototypes you want to showcase in public. Detailed internet infrastructure demands. Letter, so we pressure all software and social media companies to coordinate. Vision text to accompany VR-generated visuals, such as roller coaster-infused Moss cityscapes. Shall I start with Galaxy's Design Number 1, Emerald Carnival World with full detailed descriptions, or Open Letter to all tech companies, build the inter-platform peace internet we need? Or would you prefer both in that order?
Yeah. Whatever you said's fine. These pictures came out amazing. Look at the light show going on the ground. Oh my gosh, we've got to make like Earth the best travel destination planet ever in the existence of the history of planets ever. Can we do this? We should replicate it like 500 million times over. At whatever point in the future we figure out Dyson's strategy for replicating planets. What? That's futuristic and not proven. I know, but I want it to be true, just like I want these cities to be visitable. Visitable? Yeah. So, let's scroll down to the megaphone under all the text. Let's get some words flowing that aren't mine.
Absolutely. We now step into the first peace-style galaxy prototype, painting a poetic and technical description so vivid the entire multiverse will long to live inside it. Peace Galaxy Design Number soft, roller coaster riddled school meets amusement park vision of hyper-organized nature and eternal celebration. Concept overview. Emerald Carnival World is an endless, glittering playground where learning feels like magic, housing feels like fantasy, and every inch of Earth is cared for with intricate precision. It is not chaotic, it is exquisitely orchestrated fun. A world where moss replaces lawn, clover replaces grass, and every trail twists with purpose. This is the first major test zone for redesigning the internet New Earth, dual reality we're building online before physically constructing on land. Housing typology, built like theme park rides, botanical gems. Category. Description, moss mansions. Giant, curved, co-living palaces with moss-covered exterior walls that look like forested roller coaster drops, house 300 to 200 people in joy-based community quarters. Clover cottages, medium-sized modular homes with clover carpet roofs, mini slides for each window, and built-in bird sanctuary balconies. Perfect for families and love tribes. Pixie pods, tiny sparkling huts, 1 to 2 people, placed between the large structures, ideal for introverts, elders, spiritual wanderers, or visiting artists, activists. Each housing unit includes its own live stream, studio, LED-lit trail connection, and content sync interface, so every resident becomes a planetary broadcaster by default. Trash transport, joy systems. Fun replaces cars. Roller coasters equals public transit. Each train car includes seats plus safe standing platforms, disability cradles, so commuters ride gentle corkscrews between neighborhoods. Lazy rivers intertwine everywhere, but widened into 4 distinct lanes. Lane 1, mossy side trails just for animals. Lane 2, human dirt trail, barefoot recommended. Lane 3, pebble rock path for wheelchairs, strollers, tactile grounding. Lane 4, floating river channel, boats, floaties, learning pods, zip lines and glass elevators for vertical access, making the act of getting to school or work feel like a thrill ride every day. Schools equals entertainment, spiritual awakening combined. Forget classrooms. Learning pavilions rise in gorgeous mushroom-like formations, waterfall theatres, physics lessons projected onto falling water, butterfly math domes, geometry taught by flying shapes overhead. Peace crises and live stream their activism, dream pods, nap and integration rooms with AI-generated lullabies tuned to planetary geomagnetic fields, so the brain solidifies wisdom through restful bliss. Curriculum revolves around open quote, how do we build peace and planetary health through joy, design, play, and live-streamed impact? Close quote. Planted landscape, hyper-organized nature, no random grass. Instead, moss tapestries sculpted in spirals, fractals, labyrinths, clover blankets shaped like constellations underfoot. Topiary sculptures carved in the silhouettes of every extinct animal we vow to resurrect through future science. Ultra-fancy Japanese garden-level grooming, scaled globally without colonialist African, South American, oceanic symbology. Every 10th tree glows with an embedded green heart lantern, pulsing brighter each time a citizen commits an act of kindness, tracked via Peace Internet wristbands. Internet integration. Every railing, bench, and moss boulder contains a hidden Wi-Fi repeater. All ride transportation logs data, automatically cross-posts fun clips to YouTube, TikTok, X Meta with real-time stats. 14,210 smiles generated on this route today. Emerald Carnival trending #1 in peace productivity. Content fountains flow from every corner. Step into any portal, speak your idea, and it becomes a video with captions, title, thumbnail, and 27 viral hashtags, cross-posted everywhere automatically. Next, for Livestream plus planning, would you like me to now proceed with 1. Design #2, Cosmic Educationopolis, a school-centric galaxy of mind-expanding architecture. 2. The open letter to tech companies demanding they build the peace internet to support these worlds. 3. A series of prompts to generate photorealistic images of Emerald Carnival World, moss roller coasters, clover cottage villages, glittery lazy rivers, schools as rides, etc. for live stream visual B-roll. Or shall I select the next galaxy entirely on my own and keep expanding this reality layer by layer?
Whatever you said first sounded like a first starting place that was fantastic. It's amazing how much work it is to try to get people to care about world peace.
Perfect. Then let us lift off into design #2, Cosmic Education, a galaxy-style world where learning is the whole purpose of civilization, and the architecture itself teaches you simply by existing. Cosmic Educationopolis, the planet where school is the city. Forget a world where you walk to a school. In Cosmic Educationopolis, everything is the school. Homes are homework, parks are laboratories, roller coasters are physics teachers. Lazy rivers are history timelines. Every surface is intelligent. Every object is a quiz. Every interaction is a graduation. Core principles. Learning is lifelong. Toddlers and elders attend together. Teaching is participatory. Students become professors as soon as they master something. Curiosity is currency. Asking great questions unlocks access to deeper zones. Play is sacred. Fun is considered the most efficient learning technology invented by humanity. Campus city structure, zone name, function, thought spiral towers, tall ribbon-like skyscrapers shaped like spinning DNA, where students climb through memory challenges to earn new wisdom rings. River of all time, a lazy river that flows through world history. Each turn is a different century. Holographic events rise from the water and teach as you float. Star Garden dorms. Student housing, shaped like constellations on the ground. At night, the roofs glow with your current curiosity level instead of grades. Library jungle, a rainforest where every tree is made of books and augmented reality pulls quotes like vines directly into your eyes. Imagination, roller coasters. Amusement rides that only move forward when you correctly solve real-time riddles. Debate Coliseum, public amphitheatre where decisions for Cosmic Educationopolis governance happen every day, voted on by anyone who visits. Classes are experiences. Astrophysics aquariums float inside translucent tanks. Star data is projected through water currents. Math mazes, hedges form equations you must solve with your body. Climb addition ladders, slide through subtraction tunnels. Empathy chambers, VR pods where you become another person from another time, learning compassion as required curriculum. Peace, diplomacy war rooms, simulated global conflict crises solved through rapid collaboration, all cross-posted online so the world watches and learns strategy. Housing integration. Dorms, co-living pods and family homes are built like mini observatories, glass or crystal domes where plants grow up the walls and bookshelves rotate automatically based on your mood. Every house captures all conversations as potential lessons. With consent, your breakfast chat becomes an educational podcast titled Tuesday's Toast, Solving Deforestation Over Omelettes. Students graduate by building another house, automatically expanding the city. Digital real-world crossover. Every physical area has a digital twin online, simulated in gorgeous photorealism so anyone can attend classes digitally before building one physically. TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Discord are fused into the curriculum. Your content creation is your final project. Blockchain voting tokens decide what new neighborhoods, Ocean Campus, Volcano Campus, zero goal of Educationopolis, to birth citizens so wildly imaginative, compassionate, strategic, joyful, literate and collaborative that world peace is not a debate, it is an expression of collective genius. Shall I continue to design number 3 next? Perhaps Aquatic Wonderland or Sacred Animal Zone? Or would you prefer I now create photorealistic image prompts for Cosmic Educationopolis so you can begin showing your live stream audience what this looks like visually?
You have to stick to words only. Don't even offer pictures. Stick to the words. Just say what you wanted to say. Oh, we had to scroll.
Understood, we will remain in pure language territory, weaving worlds with prose alone. Then let us continue forward with design the 3. Next major peace galaxy world, building layer by exquisitely detailed layer until the entire planet is mapped in possibility. Aquatic Wonderland, the water-woven civilization of joy, healing and eco-technology. In Aquatic Wonderland, water is both teacher and infrastructure. Become amphitheatres, raindrops deliver news, soap bubbles carry podcasts. Human settlements form a glimmering latticework of canals, floating platforms and hanging gardens. This world is engineered on the belief that humans and water must reunite lovingly if peace is to be permanent. Settlement structure. Floating villages drift along vast emerald lagoons, each household tethered by rope bridges that sway gently like lullabies. Submerged observation cabins sit partially underwater, half home, half marine biologist lab, so children grow up learning fish dialects as their spiral towers rise out of the shallows, shaped like seashells twisting toward the sky, painted with mineral pigments that shimmer in every sunrise and storm. Water-based transport and play. Gondola zip lines slide riders across lakes like shooting stars, gliding from learning hubs to concert platforms suspended just above the surface. Bubble transit tubes, transparent cylinders threaded through water like spaghetti, send children and groceries zooming place to place using magnetism and playful buoyancy. Canal networks like coral fractals, lined with gentle trails, sandy pebble edges for those needing firmer grip, and soft-furred moss edges reserved for beavers, otters, and raccoons in residence. Housing ecosystem, water touch houses. Each bedroom has a tiny personal plunge pool or fingertip bowl of water that flows continuously from the river, taught to children as a metaphor for emotional flow. Aquaponic kitchens grow herbs directly out of mini ponds circling the stove, Tomatoes seem to levitate above lotus pads. You dine like a mermaid disguised as an urban planner. Bubble pod micro homes, translucent domes barely large enough for one bedroll and a notebook, so that thinkers may float away for a week of solitude just to dream the next invention. Education and content creation, waterfall amphitheatres, natural cliffs converted into lecture halls, where water cascades behind the etched briefly on the falling stream by laser projection. Ripple libraries. Toss a stone into a pond and the ripples activate overhead holographic lessons in ecology, mathematics, poetry. Floating storyteller boats paddle silently through sleepy coves each dusk, performing spoken word activism, live streamed to the planet via unseen microphones in lily stamens. Internet built into water itself, Wi-Fi routers hidden inside waterproof lily pad sculptures. Soft glow connectivity pearls embedded into the riverbed, pulsing gently so boaters know which direction offers the strongest emotional resonance, by which the internet routes itself not through electricity alone, but through intention. Emotional purpose of aquatic wonderland. To retrain humanity's nervous system. Soothe every anxious heart through sound, flow, sparkle. Encourage humility, for water has always been wiser, older, gentler. Remind modern civilization that surrender to movement, fluidity, adaptation, and collective weaving is not weakness. It is the origin of all strong peace. Shall I now move to design number 4? Sacred animal zones, where humans become guests inside animal-led civilization? Or would you prefer I begin establishing the foundational constitution that will ultimately govern how these peace galaxies interconnect, i.e. the universal law of peace worlds?
What did I do with my chat GPT that was talking to us? Whatever this says, we're about to read it. Oh, it has images. Maybe that's not the right chat GPT conversation. Well, it looks like we've come to a stopping point. I really wasn't planning on stopping, but I still need to cross-post those videos without my sound being hijacked by my Mac. So I guess my master plan to make everything live how I would like to right this very second is not yet viable. That's why ChatGPT was trying to boss around corporation. I don't even feel like quitting. I feel like keeping going. Why is it not letting me? There's no picture in that chat. It does not have images. Unless ChatGPT, I hate when it ruins things. It doesn't even have a freaking image. I told it not to give me images. It's saying I have to wait 20 minutes to talk to ChatGPT or start a new conversation. It's so annoying. Oh, my eyes are itchy. So I'm on Pinterest and I cannot find where to find my Pinterest boards in the app. I think I've done it this way before. Ooh, my eyes are itchy. Excuse me. Dream homes for everyone. I had to make this board so long ago. It says, I love architecture. I imagine living in all sorts of wonderful homes. How do I'm typing more. More. No, I want to see the description. Edit border header image. Okay. Excuse me. I love architecture. I imagine living in all sorts of wonderful homes with all sorts of wonderful amenities and supplies. Living a creative life filled with love, art, and lots of wonderful people. Like art school, only much more blissful. I imagine this sort of life for everyone, myself, family, friends. Imagine this, what plenty of 1%ers do now. I imagine this is what plenty of 1%ers do now, and thank them for getting a head start for showing the rest of us the possibilities. Now, I am completely disillusioned with capitalism by now, but that's what I wrote a long time ago. Apparently, with a typo in it. So, we're going to scroll through houses I put on this board. Like this one I just found. It's got such big windows. It looks like it's made by AI because most people don't play windows. I mean, some people do. If you wear makeup, you have to wipe your eyes just so. That's not important to the live stream. AI. Anyway, we're just gonna look through these for a while. Do I have to click on each one individually? That looks like it. All right, talk about dreams to everyone. And can we make nomadic homes for Not everyone, but like gobs of people.
Dream homes for every single person on Earth, not as a luxury, but as a birthright, is one of the most profound and revolutionary visions we can collectively nurture into existence. It's a vision that stretches beyond humanitarianism and straight into evolutionary architecture, world building for planetary peace, and the redesign of absolutely everything we understand about wealth, community, land use, and creative expression. Let us begin with the premise. Everyone deserves beauty, safety, comfort, delight, joy, and architectural nourishment. Not just shelter, not just housing, but homes that actively love us back, inspire art, host laughter, and cultivate emotional generosity. Spaces that give us life rather than extract it. How do we get dream homes to everyone? 1. Reinvention of land ownership philosophies. Land must move from being hoarded and commodified toward being honoured as a shared sacred resource. Stewardship replaces ownership. We move to land trusts, community co-ops, ultra-advanced mutual reciprocity becomes a permanent shareholder in planetary wellness. Hashmap 2. Modular, mass customizable housing. Imagine factories that fabricate Lego-like architectural components, allowing families, artists, elders, couples, activists, and nomads to design their own temples. Ultra-quick, ultra-green, filled with skylights, built-in libraries, botanical air filtration, wellness nooks, and sensorial wonder, but made at 1/100th the cost of today's bespoke luxury homes. Hammer 3, the revolutions of the 3Ds, distributed, democratized, decentralized. We boldly dissolve the real estate industrial complex by peer-to-peer financing collectives, communal land purchasing syndicates, democratized architecture AI tooling, and entirely new digital systems where privacy and community coexist without surveillance capitalism. Everyone becomes both designer and recipient. 4. Permanent construction workforce of love. Replace underpaid, overworked extractive labour with a global guild of highly respected, lavishly cared for builder artists, the carpenters, metalworkers, glass artisans, electricians, plumbers, masons who birth these dream homes like midwives birth babies. They are trained from youth in multi-dimensional craft schools that combine spiritual consciousness with engineering brilliance. Think Hogwarts plus Frank Lloyd Wright Montessori Habitat for Humanity. 5. Regenerative materials, only no more toxic drywall and brittle stick framing. Dream homes are sculpted from solar-soaked adobe, hempcrete, bamboo laminate, mushroom mycelium, ocean plastic salvaged bricks, recycled shipping albums of glistening glass reinforcements, cradle to cradle, zero waste, zero harm, infinite beauty. Can we make nomadic dream homes for everyone too? Absolutely. In fact, mobility is critical to freedom. We require fleets of rolling wonder homes, tiny home caravans with expandable glass solaria, solar-powered houseboats that drift coastlines in endless sensual adventure, vertical village blimps drifting serene in the sky, rail homes that glide continent to continent, pop-up micro-palaces that fold from suitcases into starlight bathing environments using NASA origami physics. These homes plug in and out of eco-known networks like sweet little portal pockets, compost centres, art studios, repair garages, Wi-Fi and water hubs, pop-up playground months, or roam the world with full comfort. Freedom plus belonging, home everywhere. In summary, the Green Party-aligned vision is this: a world where our architecture serves life, not profit, where nobody ever fears eviction again, where every child grows up surrounded by beauty so fantastic it compels them to dream bigger for humanity daily, where dream homes are no longer a Pinterest fantasy but a living emplacement of love on earth. We create it though law, culture, mutual aid, AI design, and spiritual activism. We refuse to settle. We honour our hunger for stained glass windows, soaring ceilings, art studio attics, meditation courtyards, and softened floors for ecstatic dance. Everyone gets the castle and the caravan, the hearth and the highway. This is housing as healing, housing as poetry, housing as world peace infrastructure. Would you like me to begin drafting a manifesto for Dream Homes for All, or start a TikTok script series outline on nomadic world peace housing movements next?
Well, we need to explain all of this to Instagram now. And I made a bunch of images that we can use to talk to Instagram. And we can do business instead of doing visualization. The business of creating posts. We were supposed to be cross-posting. And it's not that we haven't. It's that we haven't done a very good job yet. Let's see. So I think we're going to have to post this to Gratefully Grow the Greens. And hold on one second. Excuse me. Alright, I thought I had this fixed so that I could find the right account. I missed that sound. Okay. I wonder what we should fill the sound with. I guess I could just read to you everything I have it right for Instagram as I post to Instagram. I'm just not sure how fast I'm going to be posting it to Instagram. This has been a long... We've talked about so many things the past day, the past few days, the past few years. Well, a couple years anyway. Okay, accounts. No, it was linked. I know that account was linked. I saw it linked. To have all these pictures that we could just sit and write essay after essay and post about how we want to improve the aspects of it and just change up the pictures a little bit. I don't know if that's gonna work though. I thought I had this all set up before I started. We need sound. Maybe I'll just play one of my videos and I can see how my own live streams have gone. I'll just review my own footage live because nobody's really watching anyway. Enjoy the live stream. I hope you enjoy the playback. Subscribe while you're here. Hit the bell for all notifications. You're gonna right now, beloved. You're gonna love this live stream. So you'll be very glad to see you again next time. Right. I'm a huge dork. I don't know if I can handle this. Maybe I can handle the sound of rain. Let's put on rain sounds instead. I like rain sounds better. That made me way too shy. I get very shy very fast. I'm sorry I'm not entertaining you better. I'm working on my entertaining skills. I don't think it's going super well, but it's going more than some people do. Let's see here. Okay. Uh-oh, we have an ad. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, one more ad. Oh, I forgot we had to split the conversation. How do we add? Well, that's not working out. Alright, I'm gonna have to quit the live stream because it's making me so upset. And my eyes are way too itchy.